Hey, what's good, everybody? Guys, listen up. I hope everything is going well. So today we are going to, look at a couple of questions under arithmetic series. Yes. So I'm just looking at some of the questions here. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but yeah, that's just questions that I'm going to pick. So that we can be able to evaluate the sum. Right, so yeah, the first one says evaluate the sum. You're given 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, right, plus da 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 to 15 terms. Okay. So let's do that. You can see that this is an arithmetic series. Why? Because if you find the differences here, you realize that they're constant, so it's 1 throughout. Okay, and up to 15 terms. We know that this is also term number 15, right? The last term, we're not given the last term, but we do have term number 15. So if we don't have the last term, we know for sure that this is the formula that we're going to be using. Remember the number of terms, that's 15, right? They said up to 15 terms. So there we go, 2 times the a plus n minus 1 times the d. We can't use the other formula, right? Sn is equal to n over 2 into a plus l. Why? Because the l is not given the last term. So that is fine. We know n is 15, the first term is 1, and then we've got 15 again minus 1. The d is also 1, and then what's the answer here? We know 15 minus 1, that's 14, so 14 plus this, that's 16, right? 16 divided by 2, that's 8. So it's the same as 15 times 8, which is 120. All right. So I mean, this is actually a special case. So normally we just say Sn is equal to n into n plus 1 over 2. So let's see if we're gonna get a different answer. Alright, so n is 15, we know that. 15 plus 1 over 2. This becomes what? It gives us the same answer, 15 times 16 divided by 2. We're still getting 120. So, yeah, if the series is just, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to any number, just know that you can also use this special formula. Right, this is specifically when the sum it's natural numbers starting from what? Starting from 1. Okay, then you can use this shortcut. But remember what I said, you can always get away with using this one all the time. All right, but if you want to start freestyling, that's when you start using these kind of formulas, which are problem specific. That's when we start saying you are efficient, right? When you're using the right formula for the right problem. So, but anyway, that's how we find the sum. Let's see, we've got another problem, which is as follows. We've got 4 plus 8 plus 12 plus da 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 to 8 terms. Right, so we don't have the last term. You know what that means? We have to use the original sum formula, right, which is Sn is equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times what? Times the d. Right, so that's what we gotta use. Just a second. Cool. So now we need to then figure out what the d is going to be. We already know the n is 8, right? And the a is what? The a is 4, right? So let's go right ahead and do the substitution. So the d obviously is just going to be the difference between the consecutive terms. Remember, the succeeding term minus the preceding term. So 8 minus 4, that's 4. So the d is 4. Even like you can go right ahead and find the difference between 12 and 8, you're still going to get the same, number. And then what do we have now? So now we know for sure that this is going to be 8 over 2 into 2 times the 4 plus the n is 8 again, and the d is 4. Alright, and we punch everything to the calculator. This is going to be 8 over 2, that's just 4. So 2 times 4, that's 8 as well, plus 8 minus 1, that's 7 times the 4. So our answer is 144. So we've evaluated the sum over there. Okay, so let's try another problem and see if we can okay, a slightly different one. So we've got, this is what we've got 50, and then hope you guys can see. Alright, so we've got 50 plus 40. I know you guys can see. I don't know what's going on with. Okay, there we go. Right, let's just do some fixing. Right, I think we should be good to go now. So 50 plus 40 plus 30, you already know what the difference is. 40 minus the 50, that's negative 10. So we shouldn't struggle with finding the d there. Right, so to 300 terms, okay, 300 terms. So we know what the n is. Do you understand? So yeah, we know what the n is, and the d is negative 10. Some people, they don't like dealing with negative numbers. Immediately when they realize that the difference here is negative, they start saying, okay, 50 minus 40, and then they get a 10. Do you understand? So but the golden rule is start with the succeeding term and then subtract the preceding term. Okay, so the d is negative 10 and the n is what? The n is 300. Okay, so now let's use our formula. The sum is given by n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times the d, and now n we know is 300 divided by 2 into what? 2 into 50 plus 300 minus 1 times negative 10. Punch everything into the calculator and find the answer. So that's going to be what? That's just going to be, so 300 over 2, that's 150. 150 into 2 times 50, that's 100, plus 399, I mean 299 times minus 10. So the sum is going to be minus 433 500. So that's the sum. It's negative. You can see that this is actually going down, so most of the numbers in this series are actually negative, so that's why the sum results in a negative number. Okay, so let's look at a let's see if we can find a question that is a bit different. Okay, so we're given the question is, how many terms are in the series? And the series is as follows: minus 14, minus 10, minus 6, minus da da da, and then plus 46. So 46 is actually the last term of the series. Do you understand? So meaning that in order for us to know how many terms are in the series, we need to find the position for this, because we know that this is term number one, this is number two, this is number three, and then this is the last term. So the position for the last term, it gives us the total number of terms within the series. Okay, so we're not going to use the sum formula to find n. We're going to use the arithmetic sequence formula, right? So what is the d? Minus 10 minus 14, what's that? D is equals to 4. Yes or no? Because minus 10 minus 14, that's minus 10 plus 14, which is 4. So D is equals to 4 and A is equals to minus 14. Therefore, Tn must be equal to what? A plus n minus 1 D, right? And the last term is 46. The first term is what? Minus 14. We don't know what the n is, so minus 14 plus. We don't know what the n is, that's what we're looking for. And then the d is 4. Then we solve for what? The n. So minus 14 comes this side, becomes 50, 60. 60 is equals to n minus 1 times 4. Divide throughout by the 4. So 60 divided by 4, what's that? 60 divided by 4, that's 15. So 15 is equal to n minus 1. So n is equal to what? 16, meaning that the total number of terms in the sequence in the series is 16. Okay, so and then now they're saying what is the sum of the series. Okay, now we need to go right ahead and find the sum. Okay, because we already have the last term, you know what formula we're going to be using. So Sn is equals to n over 2 into a plus l. Okay, therefore n, we just found our n, which is 16. We just found our n, which is 16. So 16 divided by 2 into the first term is minus 14. The last term is 46. Punch everything into the calculator and find the answer. So basically this is 8 times minus 14 plus 46. Right, and the answer is 256. So the sum of the numbers in the series from minus 14 to 46, that's 256. Okay, so let's look at our another problem, and they're saying we must find the sum. So find the sum, and the series is given as follows: 4 plus 9 plus 14 plus plus 54, 154. Right, so now that means we need to we already have the last term, do you understand? So if you've got the last term, guess what we need to do? We need to find the position of the last term, right? Because with the last term we can use this formula n over 2 into a plus l. Okay, so what is the, because the reason why we need to find the position for the last term is because we need the n here. Remember, the position of the last term gives us the total number of terms in the series. So we know that Tn is given by a plus n minus 1 times the d. and Tn is 154 by the last term, and then the first term is 4. We don't know what the n is, and then the d, 9 minus 4, that's 5. Yes or no? That's 5. Then we start simplifying, so plus here, 4 goes that side, 150 is equal to n minus 1. N minus 1 times 5. 150 divided by 5, what's that? 150 divided by 5, that's 30. So 30 is equal to n minus 1. So n is equal to 31. Right, so we've got the n now. So if you've got the n, then you're ready to use that formula there. You're ready to use that formula because we're simply going to substitute our 31 over 2. The first term is 4, the last term is 154. Problem done, right? So 31 over 2 into 4 plus 154, and the sum is 2449. Easy, isn't it? So now we have to determine the n in the arithmetic series. Alright, so the question is, determine the n in the arithmetic series. In other words, determine the number of terms in the arithmetic series. So the first question, the first series is as follows: 16 plus 19 plus 22 plus, right, 2n terms. They're saying the sum is 295, right? But we don't know up to how many terms is the sum going to give us 295, right? Right, so meaning that now we need to find the n. So the d, 19 minus that, you can see that it's going to give us a 3. So d is equal to 3. Right, d is equal to 3. Just a second. The d is gonna give us a 3. So now that we've got the d, we don't have the last term, so meaning that we cannot use the other, sum formula. Okay, so we need to make use of the original one. Okay, so we've got the d, and then the a is what? 16. So we're ready to use the formula. As n is equals to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times the d, right? So but we're already given the sum, which is 295. Okay, 295. So we're just going to substitute 295 here, and then we don't know what the n is. That's what we're looking for. 2 times a, remember a is 16, plus n minus 1. We don't have the n, so it's just going to remain n minus 1. Remember, that's what we're looking for. The d, that's 3. Remember the constant difference. So now we're ready to simplify. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the 2, multiply the 295 by the 2. So we're simply multiplying by 2 on both sides. So 2 times 295, we're getting 590. So 590 is equal to n into what? Into 2 times 16, that's 32, right, plus 3n minus 3. Okay, so 590 is equal to n into what? 29 plus 3n. Okay, and then we multiply throughout by the n. So 590 is equal to 3n squared plus 29n. Can you see the highest power is 2? So chances are that we have a quadratic equation here. So 0 is equal to 3n squared plus 29n minus 590. So at this point, you just need to pull out your quadratic formula and find the answer. So quadratic formula, n is equal to, because we're solving for n, we're not solving for x, because people just say n all the time. N is equal to what? Minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so here you can see that our b is 29, so minus 29 plus minus the square root of 29 squared minus 4. The a is 3, the c is minus 590, right? Minus 590, not 590. The signs are important. Okay, so divided by 2 times what? The a. 2 times the a. Then remember what the a is. Remember the a is the coefficient of n squared, so that's 3. Okay, so you punch everything into the calculator and figure out what the answer is going to be. So minus 29 plus what? The square root of 29 squared minus 4 times 3 times 590 divided by 6. Okay, so n is equal to 10, or the other one is probably not going to be incorrect, because there's normally 2 answers and then the other one is just irrelevant. Okay, so or minus 59 divided by 3. So this one is invalid, so our n is 10. Okay, it's invalid because first of all it's negative, and n is always a natural number, and also this is a fraction, n is never a fraction. Okay, so that means if we expand the terms up to term number 10 and then we find the sum, then the sum would give us 295. Okay, so there's actually another problem that I would like us to go through just to wrap it up. This time around we're given the sequence. Okay, here's the sequence that we're given. We've got I don't know what's going on. Okay, we've got 6 plus 17 plus 28 plus so up to n terms, right? This is equal to 273. So we need to find what is the n, up to how many terms are they adding in order for them to get a sum of 273. Okay, so now 17 minus the 6, that's 11, isn't it? So d is equal to 11, a is equal to 6. So we're ready to use our sum formula. N is equal to what? N is equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times the d. Okay, so the sum is 273. We don't know the n, that's what we're looking for. So 2 into the 6 plus n minus 1. Remember the n is unknown, the d is 11. So once again we're multiplying throughout by the 2 on the left and on the right. So 2 times 273, 2 times 273, that's 546, which is equal to n. Remember on the right hand side when we multiply by the n, this n here just disappears. I mean this 2 here, when you multiply by the 2, this 2 disappears. So n into what? 2 times the 6, that's 12. But then we're gonna have a minus 11 here when we break everything out. So 12 minus 11, that's 1 plus 11n. Now 546 is equal to what? We multiply throughout, so we're going to have 11n squared plus n. So 0 is equal to what? 11n squared plus n minus 546. So we're ready to use our quadratic formula here. Remember, there's going to be 2 answers. One is going to be incorrect. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, fine. N is going to be given by minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by what? 2 times the a. Okay, so now look, we know the b is positive 1, so minus 1 plus minus the square root of 1 squared minus 4. A is 11, the c is minus 546. Very important, guys, the signs. because that's how most people get it wrong. They don't substitute the signs correctly, please. And then 2 into the a, which is 11. Okay, so let's do the substitution quickly. So we've got what? We've got minus 1 plus the square root of 1 squared minus 4 into 11 minus 546 divided by 211, which is 22. So n is 7, or so we know 7 is the correct answer. The other one is going to be incorrect. So you can see it's even a fraction and it's also negative, so this one is out. So n is equal to 7. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time. Right, until next time, be on the lookout for more videos. Make sure to subscribe so that you get notifications when I upload new videos. So shout out.